So the debate between Savitri and death has just started. It is going to get warmed up soon in the second canto of the ninth book, and there will be a full logomachy in book 10, 4 cantos. So actually we have 5 cantos about the, what shall we say, arguments which go on between Savitri and death. They are not actually arguments, words spoken by the two opponent powers. They are, with each utterance, powers, forces released by each other, one against the other. So it is the impeachment of force against force, and that is actually the true nature of the debate. It is not logomachy in the traditional, ordinary sense. Argument chopping is not that. Logomachy, cutting, is not that. It is the impingement of force against force which is going on, and ultimately the test lies which force would prove to be stronger to win the battle, to win the argument. And of course, it is foregone that it is Savitri who is going to win it eventually. But in the meanwhile, the full build-up is gradual, is systematic, is logically building one step above the other step. It is not just force against force. This force, okay, then this force, then this force, and this force. See, as we have in ancient Indian Puranas, the enemies were using different weapons. You use ordinary astra, then you use brahmastra, you use rakshasastra, you use still higher astras. So they keep on throwing astras, weapons against each other. It is that kind of an argument which is going on in the occult depths of the night, a thing which had never happened earlier, a thing which is going to happen for the first time in the entire occult history. Obviously, to begin with, death will speak very disdainfully about Savitri, taking her just a human creature. Who is this creature after all? How can she challenge me? Impermanent creature, sorrowful form of time, your transient love binds now the eternal God. How can it? Your love is a coming and going love. Today you are happy with this man, tomorrow you might be happy with some other person. Where is love actually? And you are calling of love, it's a transient love. That is not going to bind the gods at all. The dread voice.
Yes.
Pardon me?
And loves, where's the S after love? Your transient loves. Why is there an S?
Wait, trembling with the, no, this is the previous section.
Your transient loves.
Transient love, yeah.
Loves. Why an S?
He's talking of creatures.
The creatures and the loves.
Creatures.
Okay, so
Yes.
she doesn't believe Savitri.
Yeah. Impermanent creatures, sorrowful form of time. After what is there? It's a form of time only. And it also means that even between the creatures, it is not the same love which is constant. It is not impermanent creatures, your transient love. The love of this creature is different than this creature, or than this creature, than this creature, than this creature. You see.
Different kinds of love.
It means it is basically a human vital passion. It is not the genuine thing coming from the soul itself, psyche. You see. And even between man and woman, the love is of course different from person to person, from couple to couple. That is the, not only that, even in the case of a human, the love of a mother for a child, the love of the family member, the love for the country, they're all different. They're all transient. You see, it's not only the human relationship alone. It's a love, passion for everything. The woman answered not. Now she is gathering the entire response of this creature in one single force, woman. Stripped of the girdle of mortality against fixed destiny and the grooves of law, stood up in its sheer will, a primal force. That is what Savitri is standing up in a pure primal force, still like a statue on its pedestal, lone in the silence and to vastness bared, against midnight's dumb recess fire in front, a column shaft of fire and light, a column shaft of fire and light. That is what Savitri is. And therefore, because she is a shaft of fire and light, therefore, on the dreadful edge of night, all stood. Savitri is not afraid of it. Savitri is not afraid of the dreadful edge of night. She is already now a column shaft, light and fire. So night has no awe for her. It doesn't hold any fear for her at all. A while on the chill, dreadful edge of night, all stood as if the world were doomed to die and waited on the eternal silence to bring. Now this is a very dreadful silence. Bring, either you survive or you collapse and disappear totally, completely. Now, a while on the chill, dreadful edge of night, all stood. All the three, Savitri, the spirit of Satyavan, and death also. Now the point is this edge of night dreadful to death also? This is all. Huh? This is all. So it is his own home. It cannot be dreadful, of course. But then why? Then all, you see.
But the dreadful doesn't refer to death.
Hmm?
The dreadful is only for Savitri.
Only for Savitri. It cannot be even for Satyavan.
For Satyavan also not.
It cannot be Satyavan because he is absolutely helpless now. Therefore, what does that all mean?
He is passed out.
It's not that all stood as if the world were doomed.
Also, that the world is doomed to die.
Critical position for free now. Critical position for free of them. That's why.
It is?
Critical moment now for free of them.
Critical moment.
You know, the critical moment, yes.
For three of them, that's why it's true.
No, for Yama, death, this is not an edge of night, dreadful edge of night at all. You see, after all, it is my own home, so it cannot be dreadful to me. Poor Satyavan, he is absolutely helpless, he can't do anything. You see. So, what does that all mean?
Only if you go there alive, it's chill and dreadful.
Maybe Yama is thinking that he will be vanquished, so that's why he's dread. Because silence breaks.
Actually, it is a perception of the observer. When the observer puts himself there, then everything becomes still and dreadful. He is experiencing himself, the observer or the narrator or whoso is giving the account of that. It is he who is expressing his feeling, his experience, his perception of things. Heaven leaned towards them like a cloudy. See, heaven leaned toward them like a cloudy brow of menace to the dim and voiceless earth. Heaven leaned towards them. It is very clear that there is a narrator who is describing the entire state of things, and that narrator is giving his account of how he is feeling about things. It all stands in that sense through the perception of the narrator. Actually, the dreadful edge of night is certainly not for death, is certainly not for Satyavan's spirit, because certainly not for Savitri, because she is already a column of fire and light. So it is the narrator's account, narrator's perception of things. As thoughts stand mute on a despairing verge, where the last depths plunge into nothingness and the last drains must end, they pause. All the three. In their front were glooms like shadowy winds. Behind them, pale, the lifeless evening was a dead man's gaze. Behind them, pale, lifeless evening. See, it is already becoming evening there, you see. Was a dead man's gaze. Hungry beyond, the night desired her soul. Savitri's soul. The night is waiting. Savitri is on the edge now. You see, a while they stood on the edge, A while on the edge of night. Therefore, it is on that edge. Night is desiring the soul of Savitri. What a wonderful thing! I'm going to get a gift. Savitri's soul in my possession. I'll be most happy to have it in my possession. Such a prized gift. And hungry, obviously, because it cannot allow any intruder to walk into that place. But still, this lone niche of temple strand, motionless, a flame bright spirit, mute, erect, burned like a torch fire from a windowed room, pointing again the darkness, somber breast. Her flame bright spirit, that is Savitri's spirit. So you can imagine a dark room, there is a window and the lamp burning there and showing light like that. Still, this loneness of temple strand, motionless, her flame bright spirit, mute, erect, burned like a torch fire from a windowed room, pointing in the darkness, somber breast. So it is piercing into the darkness also. The woman first affronted the abyss, daring to journey to eternal night. The woman first affronted the abyss. I don't think anybody has done this thing at all so far, except this woman, Savitri, stepping into the depths of darkness like that. And that also living creature, living Savitri, stepping into the abyss of darkness. The woman first affronted the abyss that needs tremendous capacity on the part of Savitri to not only practice asceticism, but also put that asceticism now in action. She is a practitioner of occultism, but now she has to put that thing into practice. And as you know, the mother mentioned that if you want to really learn occultism, you should have absolutely no fear of anything at all. Even if death is standing in front of you, even if night is standing in front of you, even God in his opposite is standing in front of you, even God himself is standing in front of you, you should have absolutely no fear at all. Then only you can be successful in practicing occultism. Now, where from that kind of faith comes? That I will not have fear. I will be able to withstand the demands of occultism. Therefrom, that faith comes. It again comes from the deep depths of your own soul. It is not your mental faith. It is not your vital emotional faith. It is not your will that I will be able to do that thing. It is something very deep within the soul itself which has to come out and say, yes, I will do it. And when that soul is fully mature, fully ripe, is fully possessed of the divine power in it, then only it can be triumphant in its true occultism. That is exactly what happened in the case of the mother. Her soul was ripe. She could withstand all kind of extreme situations required to practice occultism, because there was something deep within her soul. And even on some occasions when turned to be hostile to the mother, mother was saved because there was something deep within her which held her back away from that. The woman first affronted the abyss. It is that thing which is there already in her. It is the protection, that faith, that psychic being open always to the divine and holding constant contact with the divine. It is that which gives the complete protection. That complete protection is the presence of the divine power within your soul. And when that divine presence is there, when that divine power is there is nothing about which you need fear. The woman first affronted the abyss. She is putting a step into the dreadful night. Yes, I am ready to walk into the night. Nothing can deter me. So although all stood there, Savitri is now ready to walk into the night. You can see the figure of Yama there between Satyavan and Savitri standing on the edge of the night. You can see how fierce Savitri is in her look. And here I am glad that she is consistent, that between the spirit of Satyavan and Savitri is death. The order is maintained properly. In one place it got mixed up. She has bungled there. So on the chill, dreadful edge of night, the woman is standing and she is putting a step into the abyss. Armed with light, she advanced her foot to plunge into the dread and viewless vacancy. Immortal, unappalled spirit faced the danger of a ruthless, eyeless waste. Armored with light. Well, she is a column of light and all that thing, yet she is armored also with light. Advance her foot to plunge into the dread and viewless vacancy. Now here, dread is used as an adjective, which is possible, which is all allowed to say. Dread and viewless means that which is causing fear. And viewless, it has no color, because it's black. Totally. immortal, and appalled her spirit faced the danger of the ruthless eyeless mule. Now, she is armored with light. She is a column of fire and light. In that case, what is the danger she is going to face? Immortal, and appalled her spirit face the danger. Is she going to face the danger there? Of ruthless, eyeless face. That is the night. Well, the test lies ahead. Whether she will be able to stand. The night is dangerous night, is perilous night. She can swallow her up. She is hungry. She is waiting for the soul of Savitri. So, if Savitri is not really alert enough, there is something in her, then she can be gulped. This is a danger. Although she is immortal and she is light and all that, etc.